Greetings World of Warcraft adventurers, I'm Alexis and welcome to another episode of Azeroth News. With this week's reset, players can go back in time to Northrend where they are able to earn rewards for doing the Wrath of the Lich King Timewalking dungeons and the Timewalking raid in Ulduar. The weekly quest, A Frozen Path Through Time, will award a 493 item level piece of equipment to players completing 5 Timewalking dungeons or defeating 5 Ulduar raid bosses. Players can also earn hero track gear by defeating Yogg Saron in Ulduar Timewalking when taking the quest Disturbance Detected Ulduar from the middle of Dalaran. There's an additional weekly quest, The Very Best, where players will receive an Ultimate Training Battle Stone, which instantly levels battle pets by 25 levels for defeating 5 players with a team of level 25 pets in pet battles. Another week means another Splintered Spark and another Bullion. Just like the first week, players can obtain their Splintered Spark by assisting the people of the Dragon Isles, completing a hunt, and participating in the Siege of Dragonbane Keep. Those who prefer PvP can opt for the quest Proving in War, where players need to earn 1500 honor in Epic Battlegrounds, or the quest Proving Solo, where players need to complete 12 rounds of solo shuffle to get the Splintered Spark. This week's Bullion can be obtained in the usual manner, that is by defeating raid bosses. This week's Awakened raid takes us back to Vault of the Incarnates. Pandaria Remix launched yesterday, taking players back to Mist of Pandaria with a little twist. Upon logging into World of Warcraft, players will be greeted with a new button to create an event time runner. Characters start at level 10, and after an introductory questline in the Timeless Isles, players are sent off to the Jade Forest to start their journey in Pandaria. Experience is earned at an accelerated rate, while constantly unlocking new scenarios, dungeons, and raids. Mogushan raid is unlocked at level 25 and is scaled down so players can experience this raid even if they have not yet completed the campaign. As players defeat enemies and complete quests, they are able to earn new gems that can be socketed into gear items. These contain powerful new spells and abilities, from damage dealing to healing to utility and more. The cool new aspect introduced in Pandaria Remix is that any unwanted gear loot can be converted into a new currency named Bronze. This can be used to purchase upgrades and cosmetics. Each zone has a bazaar where players can purchase class transmogs, mounts, pets, toys, and even unreleased color variants of older mounts. Players are also able to purchase items using the new currency that were previously unobtainable, such as the Garrosh Heirlooms that guaranteed one weapon for your class at the end of Mist of Pandaria, or items close to impossible to get, including the several mounts that drop in Mist of Pandaria. When the event ends, all characters will join the rest of the player base in Retail WoW, ready to take on the war within. That means that any achievements, transmogs, pets, mounts, etc. unlocked during the event will become available on all your other characters as well. Blizzard has confirmed that a number of lockouts for raids in Mist of Pandaria shall be reset on a daily basis for both Dragonflight and WoW Remix characters. They will remain on a daily lockout until the event ends. With the release of Pandaria Remix, a new Twitch drop has been introduced to commemorate the occasion. The Eye of the Legion pet, which was originally a WoW TCG reward, can now be earned by watching 4 hours of any World of Warcraft streamer on Twitch. The Twitch drop is available to collect until May 30th. Players that have completed the Dark Heart questline have noticed that Void Elves play a major role, with Ionara Dawnshade using Consecration in battle, making her the first in-game Void Elf Paladin. So this has everyone questioning whether Dawnshade is the harbinger for future playable Void Elf Paladins. This could be a hint at future possibilities in the War Within patches or even the following Midnight expansion. However, players may not want to get too invested in the possibility, as Night Elves are still waiting for Delas Moonfang to lead somewhere. Speaking of questlines, for players that haven't noticed yet, the questline that gives you your own personal Tabard is now available. Pick up the first quest from Chromie and Valdrakken at coordinates 4860 and follow the short questline. The final quest is keeping a close Tabard, after which you are able to purchase a personal Tabard from Kessa. Completing the quest line is account-wide, so you will automatically be able to purchase a personal Tabard for your alts. Last week, Blizzard nerfed Mythic Raid BFA bosses to make them soloable, with the exception of Azeroth and Ji-hun. However, these two boss fights are now also soloable. For Mythic Azeroth, players can enter every Mind Gate and kill Psychus, and no longer get a debuff, no longer get mind controlled when reaching 0 energy, and you can use your Heart of Azeroth to restore sanity as many times as you want, with a 15-second cooldown. As for Mythic Ji-hun, players now only need to dunk one orb on each side of the arena to enter Phase 2. Timing is no longer important, and also the orb no longer slows you down. Blizzard has announced several hotfixes, which include the removal of Inferno scaling beyond 5 targets, bug fixes to a number of quests, Dawn of the Infinite end boss should now drop Awakened Crests, and Taven will once again awoo when summoned like the good boy that he is. A new evolving caterpillar pet has been decrypted in the patch 10.2.7 update. Although not yet discovered in-game, it should be featured sometime soon. There isn't a whole lot of information yet, but the associated icon names clearly label the caterpillar as a pet, and the two versions suggest that the pet will evolve from a legless larval worm into a horned walking caterpillar over time. And that's it for this week's news. Be sure to give this channel a subscribe to continue receiving updates. I'm Alexis for Azeroth News. Until we meet again, Loa, watch over you.